Welcome to the Storytime Teller. I found the books, and it's got the best ghost stories, yeah. And so I've chosen one, and it's called The Body Snatcher by Robert Louis Stevenson, a Scottish writer, if I remember rightly, and he did the book called Kidnap, and that was quite a good book too. So it just starts off with says every night in a year 4 of us sat in a small parlour of the George at Debenham. The undertaker and the landlord and Fettes and myself. Sometimes there will be more, but blow high, blow low, come rain or snow or frost. We 4 would be each planted in his own particular armchair. Fettes was an old drunk Scotchman, told ya, a man of education obviously and a man of some property. Since he lived in idleness, he had come to Debenham years ago while still young, and by the mere continuance of living had grown to be an adopted townsman. His blue calamine cloak was a local antiquity. There's like some complicated words, because it was like transferred from Latin to English or whatever. No, like the church spire, his place in the parlour at the George is absent from church. His old crupper's disreputable voice, where things of course in Debenham. He had some vague radical opinions and some fleeting inflection, which he would now and again set forth and empathise with the tottering slaps upon the table. He drank 5 glasses regularly every evening, and for the greater portion of his night visits to George sat with his glass on his right hand in his state of melancholy. Glass in alcohol saturations. Quite complicated words these are, aren't they? And we called him the doctor, for he was supposed to have some special knowledge of medicine. He had been known upon a pinch to set a fraction or reduce a discoloration, but beyond these slightly particulars we had no knowledge of his character and antecedents. Antecedent, that's a complicated word. I'll carry on with it. It is kind of old-fashioned way of writing, and the words are complicated, some of them. So excuse me, I do know Robert Louis Stevenson quite well, because I've read a few of his books, but it's reading out aloud, and this is where people should read out aloud, because how do you know you're not struggling with words? You get my drift. Because if you don't read out aloud, you're not struggling with a few of the words, because they're from a different time period. But like today, society don't read out loud. I think we read out loud every other day, and so, and then some time before the landlord joined us, there was a sick man in George, a great neighbouring privator. Suddenly he struck down with apoplexy, spelled Apoplexy, on his way to Parliament. And the great man Still Greater London. Hiya, but this is one of the cards we did. We did different challenges, and this is one of the. You do need like candles round and bits and bobs round, but I haven't got that yet. So, and but we could just like ask it a question, and I'll knock 3 times. That's really awful. And then what we'll do, we'll ask it is because I think that ghost hacker's still around, because I keep treading on it. So I meant to pick it up. I forgot to pick it up actually. I keep finding little stuff around the house again. So we got to get him to apologise to me for what he'd done. In theory, so I am calling on the ghost hacker. He's broken into our home a few times. So I will just pick. He's supposed to pick you. It's very strong tonight, round here. But right. So it's 2 diamonds. So 2 spades, I should say. So that's a little bit low, isn't it? So whoever he was, I don't think he's around anymore. It's a little bit of a shame because he made the channel quite interesting, I thought. So I'm just going to draw on to that one. So that's low again with the 2 of hearts, because when it's above 5, it's usually quite high at 5, over 5, and it probably is around. But this is these cards represent that he could be, or he might be watching me still, and he's out there watching. So, and then I was drawn to these, and then that's a 7 of hearts. So if you get more than white ones, he's around, ain't he? So that's quite high. So he's got somebody else in mind. So whether he's gonna get somebody else to do some dressing up and sending me messages like last time, that'd be interesting again, wouldn't it? And then that's a 4 of hearts. So that indicates that he's there's something cooking up about this character, and he's got more what can I say, more into the actual video he's going to make. So keep that in mind. And 10 of clubs, that's a bit high. So I don't think he's around as much, but who knows? Because there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 whites, so we don't know. And then the last card is the King of Spades. So I don't think he's about, but I feel that there is someone about though, and then I feel that somebody is about. So there you go. We did do the board, and we used to put the cards on the board to see who was around. Thanks.
Go.
Well, hello. I'd like to talk about my knitting. I started doing this bag, but it's moss stitch, and it's like different textures of knitting and whatever you want to make. Moss stitch is not my favourite stitch of all time. So this is the English way, and we do the second way is you do the knitting, It's just like knit purl, and you do. This is from the what's it, Stitch box, isn't it? This is from Stitch and Box, isn't it?
You mean Knit and Stitch?
Whatever you call it, yeah, something like that. And you have to really concentrate on my stitch. It's a complicated stitch, and I find this stitch is just very frustrating. And I cut my wool by mistake, and I still got the wool. And then you change into grey, and you have to do 66 rows of that, and that's painless. So you just do it like that, and what I do, I'll show you when it's finished. And these needles are quite nice to work with, and made a mistake, and they tend to, and they're nice to hold as well. It's a 6.0 millimeter in UK terms. I'm not sure anywhere else. I'm just showing you my skills that I do, and I just finished this row, and yeah. I just like to kind of, I think I like crocheting the best, but to keep that hand active as well, and you have to make sure you carry on with your hobbies, because we got a few more weeks to December. So if you're keeping active and don't watch the news too much or the radio, tend to have your favourite people on and it's going to be like that, right? And I think I've just it's showing you the different textures of different wool. Soft, it's okay. But anyway, there you go. Thank you.